Hello and welcome to this video 14 of my Bloodborne playthrough, and I have yet another apology. Apparently multiples of 7 are my nemesis, and I did record another 40-minute episode that unfortunately my microphone was turned down way low and you couldn't hear a word I was saying. I did kind of get a lot done in that episode though, so I will kind of recap it briefly. To begin with, not to be fair, it wasn't a huge amount of stuff, it was just a lot of running around, but I did purchase a new weapon. This is the threaded cane, which is one of the starter weapons, and it scales very quickly based on skill. So I have been trying to raise my skill level up. Unfortunately, it's not really very useful yet, so although I will say that the transformed version of it, this is the main form, but the transformed version is good for crowd control because it becomes a whip. So quite good for crowd control, so will hopefully be useful later, but for now we will stick with our tried and tested saw cleaver. Other things, I finally managed to raise my arcane enough that I can now use the old hunter's bone, which uses quicksilver bullets as its medium. It uses 4 and you get 16 seconds of use, so I'll very quickly show you what that looks like. The normal rolling and evading, obviously, you've seen me do awfully 100 times, but this is what it looks like with the old hunter's bone active. So first we'll use it, and now we move like that, and it lasts for 16 seconds. You get that little weird shape underneath you, letting you know that it's still active, or obviously you can just look at the top left, but yeah, 16 seconds and then it turns off. So first we are going to head to Cathedral Ward, where I will introduce you to some of the new characters that we have met, because I did actually manage to save some NPCs around Cathedral Ward. I have sent them to the chapel so that we can meet them. I will tell you now, bit of a spoiler, but anyone who gets sent to Yahar'gul, you don't ever see them again. So that's why I've sent them to the chapel, so that we can actually see them and interact with them and see their storylines. So first off, we have this is Ariana, and she is a prostitute, a lady of the night, or as she puts it, a whore. We found her in one of the side streets in Cathedral Ward, and kind of told her to come here. She was very grateful, blah blah. Then we have the suspicious old man. That is literally his name. He has no other name. He's quite an interesting character because, like all NPCs, you get the option of sending him to either here or Yahar'gul, but he goes to the opposite of what you tell him. So if you tell him to go to Yahar'gul, like I did, he comes here. If I'd told him to go to the chapel, he would have gone to Yahar'gul because he doesn't trust us, because he's suspicious. And finally, we have over there, I'm not going to get too close to her for one reason I'll show you in a minute, but we have Adela the Nun. I found her in the Hypergean jail. She had been kidnapped by the Snatchers and taken to the Hypergean jail, quite kind of like we were. She was hiding down the bottom, and she only responded to us when we were wearing our new equipment, which I will very quickly show you, but I will be changing back. When we were dressed like this, as a member of the Healing Church, was the only time that she actually responded to us. This equipment we actually found in the alleyway near where we found Ariana. Yes, that was the only time she responded to us. Otherwise, she kind of didn't trust us because we weren't a member of the Healing Church. Now, the reason why I'm not going to get too close to her is because I want to do this. Keep a close eye on that corner there as I talk to Ariana.
Oh, you. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you. Unless you've had a change of heart. If you ever change your mind, you know where I'll be.
Very interesting. While we're talking to Ariana, Adela is incredibly interested in that. She's very interested in the fact that we're talking to Ariana, which I think is incredibly interesting. We'll be looking at how their dynamic develops later on throughout the game, but for now I actually think that we're going to give this way another try. I have actually managed to upgrade the Saw Cleaver to a +4, which didn't actually give it as much of a boost as I was hoping, if I'm honest. So hopefully we should be able to finally deal with this area and find whatever it was that German has sent us after. Don't want to forget that he's there. Right. Okay, that wasn't the best, but well, what are you going to do, eh? Right, and then we need to go up and deal with these guys. So I'm going to bait you into shooting. Like that. Here he comes. No? Come on then, you. Hey, look at that, we can still take on the trolls. Alright, there's another guy out here who's probably more alert. Right. Hey, we managed it. Just gonna make sure there's nothing important around here at all before we head up. Nope, think we're good. Right, up again we go. Let's go around this way this time, I think. Oh. The sky and the cosmos are one. The choir. Okay, can't go that way. Sky and the cosmos are one. The choir. Okay. It is another one of those situations where I actually do know more than I let. Oh. Okay. Can we go around this way? Sneak up from the other side, perhaps? No. Thick, cold blood. Right. I want to see if we can see what weapon they've got. See you. I think you're the only one in there. What I was throwing there were poison daggers. Is there anything in this room? Oh, why is it so misty inside? This is crazy. No? Right. Oh, chest. Radiant Sword Hunter's badge. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so this looks ominous. Okay. Locked. Cool. But we managed to defeat this bit, which actually wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. How disappointing. Are they shuttered then? Oh no, there's just a texture, a bit of a mess up there with the placing of objects. Right. Let's head down then. Oh no. Whoops. Oh, that took a while. Ah, well. We got the Sword Hunter's badge, which I'm pretty sure must be what he sent us for. So let's go and see if he has anything more interesting to say now. And also see what the Sword Hunter's badge does. I'm assuming it's kind of the Radiant Sword Hunter even. I'm assuming it's like the Sword Hunter's badge, which let us buy new things from the shop. So first, let's see if that's true. Well, let's actually have a look at the description of it first, shall we? The Radiant Sword Hunter's badge for Ludwig's successors. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The Radiant Sword indicates the heirs to the will of Ludwig. These hunters, known as Holy Blades, are what remains of an ancient line of heroes that date back to a very early age of honour and chivalry. Let's see if we have any new items. Oh, we now have fire paper. That's new. Always good. Could buy bloodstone shards and ritual blood now. That's nice. Any new weapons? Oh, Ludwig's Holy Blade. That doesn't look too bad, but 20,000? Looks like I'm going to be saving up for that. Ludwig's rifle. Okay, yeah, let's read the descriptions. So, Ludwig's rifle. A rifle typically used by the Healing Church hunters. It is said that this rifle was employed by Ludwig, the first hunter of the church. Its long, heavy barrel makes up in range what it lacks in reload speed. The Healing Church workshop began with Ludwig and departed from old Gehrman's techniques to provide hunters with the means to hunt more terrifying beasts and perhaps things still worse. Cool. We got anything new here? Oh, tomb prospectors. A tire of tomb prospectors who explore the old labyrinth on behalf of the Healing Church. The Healing Church traces its roots to Bergenworth, and is therefore aware of the ruins' true importance. They contain much more than mere hunt and trinkets. Indeed, they hide the very secrets of the old Great Ones, sought after by those with the insight to imagine greatness. I think that's the same for all of those. Yep. Okay, let's have a look at the description for Ludwig's Holy Blade. A trick weapon is typically used by Healing Church hunters. It is said that the silver sword was employed by Ludwig, the first hunter of the church. When transformed, it combines with its sheath to form a greatsword. The Healing Church workshop began with Ludwig and departed from Gehrman's old blah blah blah, same thing, yeah. Okay. So we do have new items that we can buy there, which is awesome. Let's see if Gehrman has anything new to direct us towards. Oh, no, but the note is gone. So obviously we did find what we were looking for, but Gehrman himself... Ooh, okay. This is exactly what I was hoping for would happen sometime.
Oh, Lawrence, what's taking you so long? I've grown too old for this. Of little use now, I'm afraid.
Yep, he talks in his sleep. I don't know if I've mentioned before, whether we've seen before, that he can actually hide. Well, he is sometimes found over there rather than in the workshop itself. But it's only when you reach a certain level of insight you can actually hear what he's whispering about. So I'm kind of glad we finally got to capture that. We will discover more about Lawrence in the next couple of videos. For now, I actually think we will take a brief excursion to the Hypogean jail. Now I have actually now managed to kill one of these before. I'm not going to take on two, I'm not suicidal. But, oh, there's a lore item there. Nightmarish rituals crave a newborn. Find one and silence its harrowing cry. Okay. Ominous. I think let's not deal with them. This soundtrack is phenomenal. Oh, no, 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 no. No, you pieces of shit. I think I killed them both. Pebbles. Oh. That was loud and annoying. Guessing that's the way we would go. There's a door there. There's a kidnapper in there. Good to know. Whoa! Okay, there's two kidnappers in there. That's cheating. Now I know what I'm trying to get to by going this way. I'm not just... wandering aimlessly. There is a reason. Okay. Oh my god, they grab so quick! Pay careful attention to how it's trying to kill me. Look at how it's trying to kill me. It's going right for my eyes. That, I think, is very, very important. Okay, so it's good to know, and they drop a load of pebbles. Blood echoes restored. Alright, let's try going through this other door. Oh, let's heal up first. Alright, let's see what happens if we go through here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, he killed me. He deserved that. Fine. But you can see that I can kill one. Right. I think we've repetitively killed ourselves enough times. Let's go back to the Hunter's Dream. We can talk through some of the items that I found on my last session. Maybe see if German's woken up to give us some more advice. Let's check on German. Nope. No more advice from dear German. So let's go through some of the stuff that I found on my last little mission. On the one that failed miserably. Right, we found these poison knives. A knife slathered in poison. This curved knife is as thin and sharp as a surgeon's blade, often used for self-defense by special doctors in the healing church. They say that hunters traditionally avoid the use of poison, likely because the poison is too slow to act in the heat of the hunt. I think that was everything that I found there. But obviously I found... Oh, we can have a look at the description actually, the threaded cane. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties, sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beasts with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. Threaded cane is actually a really interesting weapon because it, the Saw Cleaver, in its untransformed form, has a hidden modifier called Serrated that gives it a 20% damage increase against specific things that are very beastly, so like the Scourge Beast or the Bloodletting Beast and so on. The Threaded Cane in its untransformed form, very similar to the untransformed form of the Kirkhammer, has a hidden thing called Righteous that means it gives certain damage against creatures we haven't come across yet, but the Threaded Cane in its whip form also has Serrated, and it's the only weapon that has both. It only has one in each, like it's in its normal form it's got Righteous, and it's in its transformed it has Serrated, it doesn't have both. But it's the only one that is able to have either, which I think is really important and cool. What else do we find? Ah yes, the Black Church Garb. Attire of the Healing Church Hunters. The holy shawl, symbol of the Healing Church, proudly flutters on their backs. Most Healing Church Hunters are elementary doctors who understand the importance of early prevention of the scourge, achieved by disposing of victims and even potential victims before the signs of sickness manifest themselves. White surgical gloves. The intricate embroidery weaves a spell that protects their wearer. The church engages in the hunt in a medical capacity. When a cancer is discovered, one must pinpoint its location, reach in and wrench it from the host's bosom. This one adds... Oh yeah, their black attire is synonymous with fear and that peculiar yarn and madness. So yes. The interesting thing here, I think, is the line, importance of early prevention of the scourge achieved by disposing of victims and even potential victims. That to me kind of implies that they just go around killing, like even people who aren't infected, they just kill. We also found some common yarn and clothing, well worn and damp with sweat. Yeah, just well worn and damp with sweat. I also have a load of bloodstones. Like a ridiculous amount of them. Yes, unfortunately today it seems there isn't going to be much more that I can do. I think I need to grind. I think I will try to save up and buy Ludwig's Holy Blade. And perhaps that might be a better weapon because it seems to scale pretty well in its base form. Like right there it already has a plus 29, which that would have a plus 19, so that's already doing quite well, and I do have the requirements. So yeah, I think I'll spend a bit of time trying to save up and buy Ludwig's Holy Blade before the next video, and perhaps in the next video we will I will show you around the Cathedral Ward area that I have already kind of visited in the video that went wrong. Show you where we found Ariana and the suspicious man, and show you the plaza, because we have now reached the plaza of the Cathedral Ward. So yes, that I think will be our mission for next time. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.